The Korean people, with a 5,000-year-long history and brilliant culture, created and developed their excellent national folklore tradition and thus made independent contributions to the cultural development of mankind. This presentation shows the excellent folklore tradition successfully inherited and developed under the wise leadership of the Workers' Party of Korea. Chairman Kim Jong-il said, "Our party has valued the national character, sustained our nation's fine traditions in every possible way, and materialized them in all spheres of the revolution and construction." Dietary custom of the Korean people is properly inherited and developed under the leadership of the party. Dietary custom is the most solid of the many customs of each nation. President Kim Il-sung arranged basis for the development of traditional foods. Having taken measures to build a Korean-style restaurant serving Korean foods on the bank of the Taedong River, he personally named it Ongyu Restaurant. Thanks to Comrade Kim Jong-il, who set the encouragement of traditional foods as an important issue in implanting national pride and self-respect in the people, and devoted his energy for its realization, the Pyongyang cold noodles and noodles in flat vessel garnished with chicken have become well-known national foods. Food shows are held every year to add momentum to presenting the excellence of traditional foods. The party sees to it that corn-processed foods are encouraged among people in keeping with their dietary custom. In order to provide the people with an affluent and cultural life as soon as possible, Marshal Kim Jong-un made sure that the corn processing factory was built so as to produce and provide the people with tasty and nourishing corn products palatable to their tastes. Restaurants specializing in corn foods have been built in different parts of the country so that people can have the delicate tastes of corn foods. Kimchi, a traditional subsidiary food created by Koreans long ago, has been inherited and developed in keeping with the requirement of the times. UNESCO inscribed kimchi making by the Korean people in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of mankind in December 2015. National costume that has been formed and developed through history is continuously developed in keeping with the aesthetic sense of the times. President Kim Il-sung ensured that bases for producing materials for national costume were built and named the materials Yaksan silk and Kuryong silk, after the famous Yaksan Dongdae and Kuryong River in Yeongbyon. In order to preserve and develop the national form of the traditional costume associated with the Korean people's talents and tradition, the state holds Korean costume shows every year. Tailors' shops specializing in Korean costume are set up in various parts of the country, thus developing the Korean costume in keeping with the socialist way of life. Chima and chogori are the national costume which the Korean women like to wear. The white color of chogori accords well with the aptitude of the Korean women, who are fond of clean things. For its unique breast ties, refined form, noble colors and patterns, and soft contour, the costume is well known across the world. Today, the wedding attire is being developed in accordance with the requirement of the times while preserving its national form. Wearing the national costume, the Korean people lead a happy life full of joy and optimism while exalting their national pride and self-respect. Housing custom of the Korean nation reflects the beautiful and comfortable natural and geographical conditions of the country and the characteristics and beautiful manners of the Korean people, who are enterprising, optimistic and cheerful. House, which is inseparably linked with the people's living, has been improved and developed ceaselessly in keeping with the living environment and in accordance with the development of the people's independent consciousness and creative ability. The country is developing the excellent housing custom in constructing dwelling houses as required by the times. Houses preserve traditional manners in arranging rooms for the elderly, couple and children, and the kitchen, and they are equipped with the traditional floor heating system. The traditional manners are also preserved in family rites, including the first, 60th and 70th birthdays and the wedding ceremony. The peerlessly great man said, "Ours is precisely the Chuche style, the Korean style. Nothing is better than the Korean style. Our style is permeated with the spirit of national self-respect, an embodiment of the Chuche idea." Their noble intention makes the national identity exalt its brilliance across the country. Folk games in which the characteristics and emotions of the nation are vividly represented are being inherited and developed under the leadership of the party. With a big bull and golden bell provided thanks to the great care of Chairman Kim Jong-il as a prize. National Serum Contest is held every year in a grand way. It is a long-standing tradition of the Korean people to celebrate folk festivals, including New Year's Day, playing various folk games. Children's folk games including shuttlecock, rope jumping, knee whack, kite flying, and top spinning are encouraged. Under the care of the party that regards these of the Korean nation as the best of all the treasures in the world, the Korean people's life and culture are being further developed in the Seongun era. The Korean people's refined etiquette is being inherited and developed in keeping with the socialist requirements. Since long ago, the Korean people have regarded it as part of their morality and the beautiful customs to value courtesy. On New Year's Day, they make New Year's vow to their elders, teachers, and relatives. Whenever they meet the elderly or their seniors, they make deep bow out of respect for them. Preserving the traditional table manners, they serve dishes first to the elders and wait for the elders to start eating. The great leaders ensured that the climate of loving alma mater and respecting teachers was established across society, saying that respecting teachers is also part of the national tradition. Now it has become a social trait for the people to send congratulatory messages or flowers or call on their teachers on national holidays or their birthdays. Folk songs are actively discovered, collected, and developed in keeping with the aesthetic sense of the times. Chairman Kim Jong-il led wisely the work of discovering and adapting arirang and the folk songs in keeping with the requirement of the people and the aesthetic sense of the times. Folk song arirang was inscribed in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage by the UNESCO. The country actively discovers folk dances and develops them in keeping with the aesthetic sense of the times. While giving field guidance at the Unjong Stock Breeding Cooperative Farm in Pongsan County, North Hwanghae Province on June 13, 2003, Chairman Kim Jong-il saw the performance of folk dance, Pongsan Mask Dance, prepared by the amateur artists of the farm. He instructed that traditional folk dances like Pongsan Mask Dance, conveyed from olden times, should be actively discovered and encouraged. Folk dances are now being inherited and developed in keeping with the aesthetic sense of the present times under the wise leadership of the party. The party also encourages developing traditional musical instruments. The Korean people will add brilliance to their history and tradition through to the noble intention of Marshal Kim Jong-un, who sets it as an invariable policy of the Workers' Party of Korea to value and correctly inherit and develop the nation's excellent tradition.
자랑하자 우리 민족 一道。